Welcome back to Awesome Truth, and we about to talk about Smackdown today.
And yeah, we're gonna start with John Cena, who started with a promo. How he's the GOAT, he's the Mount Rushmore, and he's the top four Mount Rushmore, which was kind of funny. What do you thought about that?
Yeah, John Cena was pretty funny about that. Then we got Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes comes and, wanting a chance for the belt because it makes sense because Cody Rhodes pinned John Cena. So, making him the number one contender, even though he's going to do a King of the Ring match.
Talk about King of the Ring. We also got Randy Orton who entered the ring because he wanted to participate for the King of the Ring. And he also think he got a chance for the belt. And who else?
Before that, Randy Orton also threatened Cody Rhodes, saying it doesn't matter who he's going to, fight. He's going to try to go for the belt because Randy and Cody kind of got screwed by John Cena with different ways. Then we got LA Nate, and it's cool to see LA Nate with these big main event stars. So seeing that, they're not giving up this push with LA Nate.
And yeah, when John Cena saw everybody talking about him, he decided to leave the ring. And out of nowhere, Von Killer, aka R-Truth, attacked John Cena. Well, it was kind of funny for me. What you thought?
You think everything is funny. I don't know why this is funny, to be honest, but it was cool to see Ron Killings get a little bit of some revenge. Even though I don't know what they're calling him because now they're mainly calling him R-Truth now, so I don't even know, to be honest. It's a little confusing.
Yeah.
So next we got the King of the Ring qualifier match with Randy Orton versus LA Knight versus Carmelo Hayes versus Aleister Black.
Yeah, and it was a pretty good match. Well, like, at first you see Carmelo Hayes and Aleister Black fighting because they got the history. And then we got Randy Orton and LA Knight, which they got good history. They actually used to work together. So, I don't know. It was different. I would not picture this. What you thought?
What do you mean?
Randy Orton and LA Knight fighting? But it makes sense because they want to be King of the Ring.
Yes, and this was a pretty good way how they ended the match with, getting RKO on Aleister Black, even though I kind of saw that coming because Carmelo Hayes, they had the camera on Carmelo Hayes for a long time. So I knew Randy Orton was going to show up out of nowhere. So it's cool to see him, and he's going to advance for the semifinal.
So on the next semi, we got Jacob Fatu walk into the ring and talk about Solo Sikoa because he want to talk about how he knows that Solo Sikoa did not make him the champion that he is. That he did it all by himself. But I don't think Solo Sikoa agree with that. What you thought about that
yes,
part?
and then we heard some clapping and Solo Sikoa while JC Mateo is in the back. And Solo was having a very serious promo saying that nobody wanted you to be a part of the family, but you chose him. And Solo's, in a stand, he's speaking the truth because he got Jacob Fatu out there, and he's the champion because of Solo bringing Jacob Fatu in the most part. So it's cool to see Solo being, because we keep seeing Solo as a comedian act, but he's being very serious, and it looked like Solo might be the next United States champion.
Yeah, Solo was real serious, and you even saw Jacob Fatu thinking about it. He was quiet, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I wonder how they're gonna continue with this storyline, but can't wait to see what happens next. So on the next segment, we got the Queen of the Wing qualifying match, which we have, of course, Jay Cargo on the picture. We got
Piper Nevins, we have Mitchin, and we have Nia Jax.
Yes, thank you for the help. Which it was a really, really great match, and to be honest, I think it was a little obvious, at least for me, that Jay Cargo was gonna win. What do you thought about that?
I think predictability is not always bad because I think Jay Cargo was the perfect person to win this match, and I think she might win the King of the Ring. I don't think prediction is. Yeah, sometimes it's good to make the right decision. Sometimes you don't have to make some random decision that doesn't make sense. So if it's right there in the table, just do it. Don't make it complicated. But that's just me.
I mean, I don't have no problem. I think she might win it all the way. And I wouldn't have a problem too. Because there's so many directions you could go with her winning that and with storylines. So now I'm cool with that, to be honest.
So we get Naomi doing a little promo. Naomi is really good, and I'm really impressed with her heel run and her being the Money in the Bank. But you know who also was a Money in the Bank winner?
Tiffy. This Tiffy time. Yeah, it's the rest of so Tiffy time went to the ring and she was telling Naomi to surrender the king of the ring, which it doesn't make sense because Tiffy did not did that. She did it at the right time. So I thought that was kind of funny. What do you thought about that part?
Tiffy didn't. What are you talking about? Queen of the Ring, Naomi's Money in the Bank.
The Money in the Bank, yeah.
But yeah, I thought Naomi and Tiffy were good. I like that segment, but I think Nia Jax made it not make sense because it looked like Naomi could cash in, but then Nia Jax said no to Naomi. Me personally, I don't like that because why would you like not want Naomi to cash into the person that you hate, and also you have an undefeated record against Naomi, so there's a better chance for you to win the title, and for the person that you don't like to lose the championship. How does that make any sense? I don't like that part.
I think Nia think that she could take the belt back, but yeah, I think it made no sense either. Like Nia.
Yeah, I like Tiffy and Naomi. That was pretty good, but why didn't Nia Jax say no? You don't cash in Tiffy for what? Why? That got nothing to do with her. After you just lost the Queen of the Ring qualifier match too. I don't know. That didn't make any sense to me at all.
So now we're gonna talk about Moxley Machine against the Wire, and the only reason that the Moxley Machine is facing the Wire because for some reason everybody of the tag team division did not want to face the Wire 6. So Adam Pierce decided to they called it decided to pick Moxley Machine to be the first one to face Wire 6. What do you thought about that?
Yeah, I thought it was good. It was gonna be a good first match, but I don't know. The YS6 seemed like a regular tag team. Everybody's scared of YS6, but as a viewer, I'm not scared of the YS6. They seem like any regular tag team. They defeated Motor City Machine Gun in a good match. It wasn't a bad match besides the finish. The finish was weird because it looked like Dexter was gonna get the pin, and then they didn't pin him. And then they did another move. Uncle Howdy said do a little spin. Then they got a pin. It was a weird ending. And I don't know. The YS6, they're not scary to me.
They ain't that scary because they're unbeatable. That's the only thing I can think of. But scary. Like, I don't know. Yeah,
they're unbeatable, but like they don't seem unbeatable. They seem like scary is like you like. I'm not saying I want Motor City Machine Gun to get squashed, but maybe a little bit, like a 3-minute, 4-minute match. Why are they having a commercial break, solid match against YS6, and everybody's scared against it? Why am I, as a tag team, scared of YS6 when Motor City Machine Gun had like a 10-minute match with them? Like, what? I don't know.
Because they're the Wires. I don't know.
So now we have John Cena looking for Ron Killings. Even look with Jimmy Uso not snitching. So he went expecting that he was going to get Ron Killings, and then John Cena got a lot of problems. You know who he got?
CM Punk. And CM Punk is talking how he can't wait to face him on, is it Nights of Champions?
Yes.
Yeah, and he's gonna. I guess John Cena's not happy because he was expecting Ron Killings or R-Truth, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah, CM Punk had an incredible promo. It was pretty long, but like CM Punk was very entertaining. Like talking about the history of John Cena and CM Punk, how the roles are reversed now. That John Cena's like CM Punk, and then CM Punk is now like John Cena. It's like it's really weird to see these two like roles reversed. It's similar to John Cena and Randy Orton because Randy Orton was always a heel, John Cena was always a face. CM Punk was always a heel, John Cena's a face. So it's weird to see the roles reversed, but it's getting exciting. And then CM Punk, telling him get ready for Native Champions, and that wasn't all.
And yeah, you're right. And then when CM Punk walk away, I don't know where Ron Killings or R-Truth attacked John Cena again for the second time in the night time, which, as you can see, CM Punk was enjoying that time. He kept saying, John Cena, you see, the truth does hurt. That part was at Craig. What you thought about that?
I think he said that before, but he was saying how how truth is making him say sorry, sorry, because that's what John Cena said to CM Punk in the Elimination Chamber. So I like how CM Punk, bringing up a little bit of the past because now he's getting a little bit of the revenge. CM Punk was in that situation. So, and R-Truth or Ron Killings or whatever you want to call them got attacked by security. So confirming that in the backstage with Nick Aldis that they're gonna have a match next week on SmackDown.
So on the next segment, we're gonna talk about the Queen in the Ring qualifying match, which we had Amber Fire, Candice LeRae, Alexa Bliss, and of course Charlotte Flair. Which it was a decent match because the thing is, I don't know about you, but I feel like most people were just expecting Alexa Bliss and Charlotte to win. What do you thought about this match?
Yeah, but like I said with the Jade Cargill, that's not a problem. I feel like if you have two right choices, yeah, I still don't think predictability is a bad thing per se. But this was a pretty good match. I enjoyed it because Candice LeRae showed out. And I really like Candice LeRae. I think she was the most underrated performer in this match. She was doing a lot of movesaws. So shout out to Candice LeRae. And then the finish was actually pretty exciting because Alexa Bliss did a sister Abigail. Wow, Charlotte did a figure eight. And Alexa Bliss got the pin before Charlotte got the tap.
Yeah, definitely. That one, I mean, it wasn't as predictable as the Jade Cargill because we wasn't sure which one was gonna win for Alexa and of course Charlotte. But I'm glad that Alexa won. I guess that was my pick for me for the night.
Yeah, either one would have been good. I just say that because Jade Cargill versus Charlotte is a dream match in my opinion. Like what? Jade Cargill versus Charlotte, and that Jade Cargill beat a big star like Charlotte. Incredible. I know people don't like Charlotte, but you can't deny how great of a wrestler she is and how big of a star she is and how much she could help wrestlers. Like when she's booked, not herself, not like a Becky Lynch situation. Like if she gets booked and somebody loses, then that can help the star.
Yeah, I think we saw that, bro. Yeah, let's see.
So now we have the main event, the King in the Ring qualifier match with Cody Rhodes versus Damian Priest versus Andrade versus SK Nakamura. Actually, a really good main event that they had.
Yeah, everybody was doing their thing. Nakamura, Andrade with the top of the rope. Yeah, even Cody Rhodes got hit on the table, which he was out for a minute. What do you thought about that?
Yeah, it kind of backfired for Cody. And not everybody had a really good part of the match. Andrade and Nakamura was having a good one-on-one match, to be honest. And Damian Priest and Cody was helping each other a little bit, but they also had a good match together. Everybody was having a nice, solid match, but Cody Rhodes had a good finish because it looked like Nakamura was gonna do a crossroad, and he reversed that to his crossroads, and that Cody Rhodes qualified for the King of the Ring. Meaning he's gonna face somebody in Raw that we don't know. Randy Orton is gonna face Sami Zayn for the semifinals, but Cody has the chance to face Jey Uso. I think it's Bronson Reed and Rusev. So it's gonna be a stack match.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I mean, to be honest, I feel like Cody Rhodes gonna be any of those three, but it's gonna be interesting, especially if Jey Uso win. That's gonna be crazy. So let's see what's gonna happen. What do you think?
Yeah, let's see what happens. I'm just curious what this finals is gonna be. I hope it's not Randy Orton again in the finals with Cody versus Randy. Because that would be weird putting him back and forth. But it would be cool if it's Sammy versus Cody because Sammy is very beloved in the Saudi Arabia crowd. So that would be cool.
And yes, like I always say, if you like what we're doing, because we love what you're doing, you can always follow us at
On our Instagram, follow us on our TikTok where all the reaction videos are, and subscribe on our YouTube page.
And if you're still watching us, I just want to say thank you and peace.